Hi there guys, I'm back in this shitty location with the shitty lighting, which I promise I'm gonna fix next year, but I just wanted to make a couple of videos for you guys. I'm gonna be doing a two-parter. This first video is on my 2017 retrospective and how I did on all of the goals that I had set for me, and the next video that will be up just after this will basically just talk about what I have planned for 2018, because I have a lot planned. So before I go into detail on all of my goals and how I did, I guess as a quick summary, I managed half of what I set out to achieve this year, which I still think is pretty good, because you know, going from being completely not goal oriented to something so rigorous and a lifestyle that was so regimented and by the book, and I managed to keep up that lifestyle for the first 6 months of this year solidly. I can safely say that the first 5 or 6 months I was amazing. I did exactly what I needed to do every single day, and then kind of around the summer I got a little bit unmotivated just because I was looking for flats down in Manchester. I was still living with my parents, and I don't know, I just got a bit down. So yeah, I kind of stopped doing everything that I wanted to do kind of near the end of August and during July. Then when I moved at the end of August, I managed to get back into it for at least the first month. And then I got the job that I'm in currently. It's like an extreme night shift, 10 PM to 6:30 in the morning. And I love my job. I'm going to be talking more about my job in the new year, but managing to accommodate my lifestyle and all of this strictly regimented stuff while having to work at night and basically sleeping during the day was really hard. And it's only now like 2.5 months in that I'm actually getting there. It took so long, and I basically let everything else fall by the wayside. I wasn't doing a lot of shoots, I wasn't doing a lot of the stuff that I really wanted to do for the last couple of months. But I also did achieve a lot this year. I did so many catwalks. I did a bunch of photo shoots in different countries and different cities. I was down in London, I was in Berlin, in Munich. I went to New York, getting to do guest vocals on William Control's last EP, and getting my own EP done, and getting my music videos done. Oh my god, amazing. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of how I did this year, even though the last 6 months of it were a little bit shaky and I didn't do everything I wanted to do. But anyway, I've got my book here, and we're going to go through all of the goals that I had set for me at the start of 2017, and we're going to kind of go through it and see how I did. I've already looked through it a little bit, and I've done about half of what I wanted to do, so we'll just kind of talk about it. So my first goal was to achieve something tangible every single day. I managed that for the first 6 months, and then for the last 6 months I'd say I achieved something tangible about half of the time. It just was kind of impossible when I was sleeping all day just to go to work and then come back home and sleep. There wasn't much else I could do. That's something I really want to work on next year. That's something I want to fucking smash. Next one was to be on the Sexhibition catwalk. That one was out with my control. Sexhibition got cancelled. It didn't happen. It's probably not going to happen ever again. Yep, so out with my control. Next one was a European modelling event. So I went to Munich and did Avant-Gardista. That was so exciting. I'm going to be doing Avant-Gardista again next year, and this time Excess Latex are headlining Avant-Gardista. It's going to be amazing, such an amazing fashion show. I managed to get more than 4 publications. I've put down that I got 5, but I think I've not updated that yet. I feel like I got 6 or 7 publications this year, which I'm really happy about. Another one was to shoot in Dane Henderson latex. I managed that in January. I got that done really early. Then I was to write lyrics every single day. I did that again for like the first 6 months and then stopped. Then I wanted at least 1 magazine cover feature. I got 2. I was in BDSM magazine, and then I was also on Glasgow Live, which was really, really exciting. Move out of my parents' house, I did that, I'm so happy I did. Then one music magazine feature, which didn't happen because a lot of the Lucy stuff happened very late in the year, and because nothing's been released yet, obviously we can't really be building up hype until anything's released. That's something I'm gonna really smash next year though. Then Torture Garden Catwalk, I did that. I only did one, which I'm really disappointed in. I almost did two, but I was in Whitby when I got asked to do the second one. It just wasn't feasible for me to travel from Whitby to London, then back to Whitby to keep working there. I only did one Torture Garden Catwalk because Torture Garden Edinburgh, they've stopped doing fashion shows. The girl that runs the fashion shows isn't basically really doing them anymore. So my only opportunity to be on a Torture Garden Catwalk is London, which I'm trying so hard to get into. That's the opportunity I had in October. I couldn't do it, so I don't think I have it as a goal for next year, but I'd be really, really, really happy to do Torture Garden London and get in on that crowd and do all of that stuff. Next is to model at a tattoo convention. I didn't do that. I still don't have enough tattoos and I'm not confident enough to do that yet. Don't know if I'll do that next year. I'd like to do that in the future though. Then some other stuff I didn't do was take pole classes and take fire play classes. That was something that I put off until I moved to Manchester, and then by the time I got to Manchester and got a job, got this job, I forgot all about it. So I'm gonna do it next year. One of the girls at my work actually teaches pole and she's really keen to have me come to her classes. So I'm gonna at least manage one of those next year, like I promise. The next couple of things are a bunch of stuff for Blacklight District. For those of you who are wondering what's going on with Blacklight District, we're on hiatus. Just because obviously with Andrew living in Glasgow now and me living in Manchester, it's a little bit hard. I saw him very recently. He's working on his solo stuff. I'm working on my solo stuff. I'm really keen to have him still do some stuff with me. We're really up for that. We went to Whitby together. I think just now it's more a case of getting our own solo stuff set up and then having Blacklight District as a side project, if nothing else. What I'd wanted to do this year was have an EP's worth of songs and gig and have a music video and tour. That just didn't happen. Then my next two were to do the spring and autumn Whitby Goth weekends, which I did and I had a fabulous time. Next was to go to Mira Luna or Wave Gothic Treffin, which I didn't manage to do because I didn't have enough money. If an opportunity arises, I'll do that next year. If not, maybe I'll do it the year after. Then the next one was to gig / busk more solo. I busked a couple of times, but definitely not more than last year. This one, I'm really annoyed that I didn't manage to do it. It was to upload monthly cover videos. I did 4 out of 12. And that's something I'm going to be really working on next year. I'm going to do at least 12 cover videos in 2018, I promise. Then it was to be in a band's music video, which I managed. I managed it twice. I was in the music video for Beneath the Blackened Earth's song, and then I'm in one for Kings that's coming out very soon. Next was to commit to weekly YouTube videos. I fell off the wagon really bad, like so bad. The last couple of months I've only done a couple of videos. Well, I've filmed a bunch of videos, but I haven't edited them. But it's gonna change next year. Next year I'm doing 2 videos a week, I swear. Next was to do more kit and play shoots. I only did 1 kit and play shoot, but I have some stuff that's going on next year that means I can do more. Next was to continue the daily tasks assigned to me, which I guess I didn't really do for the second half, because a lot of that stuff was like exercising and writing lyrics every day. Didn't manage that. Nope. I feel really bad. The next one was to feature in either Elite Online Mag, BDSM Magazine or Mammoth Magazine. I was on the cover of BDSM Magazine. Next was a UK modelling tour, which I just didn't have time to do. Maybe I'll have time next year, I don't know. Then these ones kind of annoyed me. I wanted to hit 30,000 page likes on my Facebook. I don't know what happened, but I went from like 15,000 to just under 18,500 this year, and I got pretty much all of that growth between January and May, and I don't know if the algorithm changed or something, but all of a sudden like my engagement was way down. Pretty much as soon as I hit 18,000 my engagement died. Half the pages that were sharing me previously, pretty often like every second post or so, weren't sharing. I wasn't changing the content or anything, it was just really weird. And then like some of the bigger pages that I'd relied on to get all of those new likes stopped sharing me entirely for some reason. So I didn't manage that. But to be honest, I'm kind of over Facebook as a medium for like all of that stuff anyway. Like I don't really care, I like Instagram a lot more. And I managed to pass 5,000 Instagram followers. I think I've got just over 7,000 now on my personal like modelling Instagram, which I'm really happy about. I didn't manage 10,000 YouTube subscribers. I feel like if I'd done videos every week I might have gotten closer, but right now I'm just about 8,000. So that's still up like 3,000 or 4,000 from last year, so I'm pretty happy. The next thing was to set up my website, which I sort of did. It's on the Control Records website, so I didn't do it directly, but I have it indirectly. I'm still counting it. So if you go on the Control Records website, you can read all about Lucy and all of the stuff to do with that. Next was to maintain a 20 to 22 inch waist, which I managed really well. Then I was to use biotin for a year. I used biotin for 3 months, but next year I'm going to be taking it so much. I feel like my hair really has not grown very much in the last year, so I really want to like finally get it like to here. It's all curled, so you can't tell how long it actually is. It's like there, straight. I want to get it to here. Next was 3+ new tattoos. I got 3. I got my last one 2 weeks ago. I don't know if I've shown you guys yet on YouTube. It's just on my wrist and it says Sinner. You can't really see. There's it upside down. Next was to set up my print store, which I managed to do. Then my next thing was to set up Patreon, which I'm going to be doing at the start of this year. If I was going to be setting up Patreon in 2017, it was going to be probably at the end of this year, but I'm waiting till like the start of next year. Then the next one, I managed half of it. I did a New York trip, but I didn't shoot with Jeremy Saffer, but that's something I'm definitely going to do next year, hopefully. Then I wanted to get tattooed by Amber Elliott. I just didn't have time or money to travel down to that area of England to get done. I'm also not sure what I want yet. She does quite cool witchy stuff, witchy hands. I'm just trying to decide exactly what I want, you know, on my body forever. And then last was at least 1+ calendar feature, and I got 2. So overall I feel I did okay this year. This was a really good like test for next year and for the rest of my life. I feel like now that I've tried it out, and now that I feel like, because I tried out being so regimented and then I fell off the wagon, I know how horrible it feels to have fallen off the wagon now, so I know that I'm just gonna fucking smash it next year. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you want to see my goals for next year, be sure to click on my next video. Thanks, and I'll see you guys again really soon. Bye bye!